Let's have a look at what the weather is doing this morning. So Chris has those details. Chris, good morning. Beautiful picture there. Sunrise, I'm saying.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? But I think for many of you today, we're looking at these rather greyer skies. There might be little chinks of brightness on the horizon, but for most it is a cloudy start. It is going to get quite windy today, later on, across northern areas. Ahead of this weather front that'll be moving in, this cold front. So some strong winds, gales developing in Scotland in particular later on. For most of it is a cloudy start to the day. We've got a bit of drizzle falling from the cloud across southern Wales, parts of Lincolnshire, parts of southern England, western Scotland too. But then we see this band of heavier rain getting into Scotland later on this afternoon. And it is just ahead of this feature that we get the strongest winds, gusting to 60 odd miles an hour in places. For Northern Ireland, the northwest of England, northwest Wales, gusts generally about 40 odd miles an hour, so a notably blowy kind of afternoon. But the winds are coming in from a southwesterly direction, so it's mild. Temperatures reaching as high as 12 in Aberdeen. Now, overnight tonight, as that cold front pushes southwards, the rain does tend to fizzle off, but the winds go into a northwesterly direction, dragging some cooler air back across the country. Because it stays windy, though, we'll probably avoid a frost. Now, looking at the weather picture for tomorrow, there'll be a few showers for the northwest of Scotland, one or two I suspect sneaking into the northwest of England and Wales as well, but otherwise a lot of dry weather. The best of the sunshine across eastern areas. In the west it will tend to cloud over with some light drizzly rain coming back into western Scotland towards the end of the afternoon. Another mild one, temperatures about 8 to 10 degrees. Now, looking into the weather picture for Tuesday, it gets very windy indeed. Get a zone of very strong winds running in across northern Scotland, particularly through Tuesday night, as we'll see in a moment. But for Tuesday itself, it's a day of sunny spells and showers. Yes, there's some snow on the charts in Scotland, but most of that's falling quite high up, above 400 metres elevation or so. Windy again, gusts 50, 60 miles an hour through the afternoon across parts of Scotland. Many of us, though, will see at least some sunshine. Temperatures 12 degrees towards the southeast, about 7 across the north of the country. But then through Tuesday night, this is one to watch, because that low pressure could really bring some very strong winds indeed. Gusts of 70 to perhaps as much as 90 kilometres an hour, 90 miles an hour across the north. That potentially could bring some disruption to Scotland. So some pretty nasty weather. By Wednesday, the worst of the winds blow through. We're into a northwesterly direction. Sunny spells and a few passing showers. But beyond that, from Thursday onwards, the weather turns pretty cloudy again, but it will turn a lot milder. Temperatures 10, 11, 12 degrees. Just for reference, in London, the average at this time of the year is about 7, so it's going to be a lot milder than we often see at this time of the year. Back to you two.
Yeah, quite a change from last week, isn't it, Chris? Really.